A YouTuber from way back in the day. He was creating content even before I was, and he has been very, very successful at it, having gotten a lot of deals both inside and outside of YouTube. Now, just last week, a Tumblr post from one of his ex-girlfriends alleged that he had been mentally, physically, and even sexually abusive to her, that he has a substance abuse problem, that he has an anger problem, and other issues, and that ultimately he was just not a very good person. Several other women came forward to corroborate the story, saying that they had similar things happen to them, and while the rape allegations were exclusive to that one girl, the other allegations of cheating and being abusive and being manipulative and shitty, those pretty much seem to be a common theme for the people that know Toby. Now, in Toby's defense, he did make a video today claiming that the sexual assault allegations are entirely fake. On top of that, his mother had taken to Facebook to defend him vehemently. He definitely has a few people on his side. However, many people who have worked with Toby or know him on a personal level have come forward to corroborate the story, not just ex-girlfriends, but people who've worked with him or known him at a personal level. Most notably, YouTuber Philip DeFranco, who's made an excellent video who breaks this down a lot better than I did, and I'm going to link that in the description box below because I really think you should watch it. DeFranco says in his video that obviously he cannot speculate on the sexual assault charges, but that he has known Toby quite personally over the years. They've been friends and they have worked together. He has corroborated his drug abuse problem, his emotional issues, him being a very, very complicated person, him cheating on the many women he's dated, and even goes as far as to explain why he does a lot of this stuff. DeFranco says emotionally he is very, very complicated, and he is in a constant search for validation from people, and this tends to get Toby in a lot of trouble. And that's the shortest summary I could come up with. Toby finds himself entirely exposed by ex-girlfriends who he's treated poorly in the past, as well as friends who he's not been very good friends to, and he's pretty well fucked. And that brings me to what I want to try to add to this conversation, because it's not just a conversation about Toby Turner, it's also a conversation about rape allegations and the way we treat them. It's also a conversation about how we treat YouTubers. Firstly, I want to say that rape allegations are probably one of the most complicated things that we will ever choose to talk about here on this channel or anywhere else. Whenever you're dealing with sexual assault allegations, it is perfectly natural for some people to presume innocence of the accused until they are proven guilty. And in a case like this, it quite often breaks down to your word versus them, and that's it. There's very little hard evidence in a lot of these cases. But these days, if a victim claims rape, a lot of people will believe her, and that's for good reason. Statistically speaking, most rape claims turn out to be true. Only a minority of them turn out to be unprovable or false in any way. And I can say personally, as someone who suffered sexual abuse as a child, I have been told many, many times that I made it up. Even right here on YouTube, people will claim when I mention it that I made it up for YouTube karma. So what I want to tell you is this. If you are ever a victim of sexual assault, it is important that you come forward almost immediately. And there's no shame in it. You didn't cause it to happen. It's not your fault. Report it to people immediately. Tell the people you trust and love who will believe you and take your side and move forward with it, because if you don't, you'll find yourself in the same situation this girl finds herself in. A lot of people downing her and her absolutely not being able to corroborate her story. And yes, I guess I will admit that it is entirely possible that this woman is making that up, but I have to say someone that would do something like that is a very special kind of broken. And those types of sociopaths are pretty far and few between. Secondly, I want to talk a little bit about how we view YouTubers, and I'll start off by talking about how you view me. While not a lot of other YouTubers choose to do this, I choose to try to be transparent as humanly possible here on YouTube and here on Twitch. And even though I try desperately to do that, it is actually impossible for you really to get to know me in these little 5 to 10 minute bites. Because as transparent as I want to be for you guys, it's impossible for me to show you everything. And you'll never really fully understand the mental disorders that I'm struggling with every day. You won't really understand my eating disorder because I'm never going to show you me eating a secret pizza on the toilet while crying about eating that pizza. And I'm certainly never going to show you one of those mornings where I wake up in so much physical pain in this broken piece of shit body that I'm crying because I'm alive. Even though I'm willing to talk about those things a little bit, I'll never show you me at my worst because I always want you to remember me at my best. And that is true of every YouTuber. Every YouTuber is different off of camera, maybe a little bit and maybe a lot. Every YouTuber has their secrets. Every YouTuber has their private lives that they're not putting on the channel. That's true of even the people who vlog 90% of their lives. I promise you, there are things they're leaving out. And maybe sometimes that's something innocuous like their religion or their politics. Maybe it's illicit drug use, or maybe it's the fact that they're a completely different person, or maybe even they're abusive and shitty and cheat on their girlfriends and abuse drugs and rape people. That's entirely possible too. And I think it's so frustrating that viewers, especially young viewers, tend to believe the edited version that we put of ourselves on social media and on YouTube, entirely ignoring the stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor. Because we YouTubers, we're just people. And as a hard and fast rule, most people suck. And I'll prove this by saying that if you are watching this right now, chances are there's some stuff that you choose to leave out on your social media that you would hate to see show up on one of these drama channels. And you know, yesterday it was Sam Pepper, and today it's Toby Turner, and tomorrow it might be me or even you that's being exposed on the front page of Reddit, because we all love our drama, including me. The point of this video is to say that you should only believe half of what you see and nothing that you hear, because statistically speaking, when it comes to YouTube or any other type of social media, people are omitting a lot of truth. As for Toby Turner, he's made his bed, and I guess he's going to have to lie in it. Even if the sexual allegations against him are false, he is pretty much screwed at this point, and I don't think a lot of people are going to be wanting to work with him. And as this truth comes out, I expect this channel and his views to pretty much... But the real message I want to focus on is this. That, you know, if you are the victim of sexual assault, if it happens to you if in the future, if it has happened to you in the past, tell somebody, please. I've known about a dozen people in my life who have been the victims of sexual abuse, and they've been afraid to come forward because they feel that people will not believe them. And it is an unfortunate truth that there will be people that will be skeptical and demand proof, and that's okay. But people will believe you. People will love you, they will support you, and they'll take care of you. And it's worth coming out to get that love and support. You're going to need it. And this is also true for anyone who's in an abusive relationship. If you're dating someone who's similar to Toby Turner is alleged to be here, you need to separate yourselves from that person and take it from someone who wished he had done something when he was a toddler or a teenager to get out of the abusive family that I was in. I should have acted sooner. I would have suffered a lot less. I would have been better off for it. Tell somebody who can help you and use that resource to separate yourself from that person so that you can make yourself and your life better. You deserve it. But you know, that's just one man's opinion. I could be wrong, but I have to say this is an area I know quite a bit about, and I'm fairly confident this time I got it right, and I hope that you agree with me. Guys, let me know in the comments section below. This is a very hard video to make, but I'm glad that I made it. I hope that it can help somebody out there. I hope that it helps you. Thanks for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon.